I decided to go outside today just to change it up. In this video, I'm gonna draw logos, but from memory. I have a bad memory. One of my friends says that I have the memory of a fish. I don't know if that's a compliment. I don't think it is. I've got a few logos. They're some of my favorite logos. I'm gonna try drawing them by hand. Then I'm gonna bring them into my computer and then make new versions of the logos. My new designs will be unforgettable. First up, we're gonna do the NASA logo. I don't remember the last time I saw a NASA logo. If I remember, it's just like really simple lines, but that looks pretty good for that one. The other one, something like this, NASA. And then there's like a big number 7. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be a number 7 or if it's just a design, but I think it goes like this. And the circle, and then I think there's just like little stars on it. I realized this logo is actually a lot more nuanced and complicated than I remember. I think I got the general vibe of it. Let's go back into the studio. So we're just gonna make big blue circle. I'm pretty sure it just says NASA, and I think it's in white lettering, and I think it's a serif font. It's like a subtly serif font. Hey, that actually looks pretty close. Does that look right? There's this big swoopy looking thing. Okay, I know it's not that thick, but that would be kind of fun if it was like that. Their red squiggly thing is a bit more dynamic. Like, I don't think it's the same stroke through the whole thing. I think it follows more of a classical pen shape. And then I'm pretty sure the only other thing on here is like little stars. And honestly, I think that they're just like little dots. It looks like something. I feel like I'm missing an element. Maybe it's okay. Should we look up the NASA logo now, I guess? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, I knew it. I was missing something. There's like that white circle that goes around it. Oh my God, my logo looks so bad. When I first saw it, I was like, honestly, it's kind of cute. But now looking at it next to the real one, it's bad. So let's make a new version of this classic Cooper. Kind of looks like it could work. Let's just see if we can use a number 7. Could work. I kind of like that. I kind of like that detail at the bottom. It's like a little thicker. It's more pronounced. It doesn't look identical to it, but it's kind of nice through the S. Whoa, that's cool. I don't know, it looks a little silly. I kind of like it. What are we gonna do about this circle? It's going behind and then around and then over and then out. What if it was just a circle? Make that a dotted line. I kind of like the dotted line, actually. Totally forgot that I had tea just sitting right here the whole time. It's probably at the perfect temperature. I kind of like that. Something looks weird about this. Okay, something looks weird. All right, that sort of looks bad, but now we need to have the stars in there. That's gonna make it look great. All right, honestly, that's not that bad. Like, for a knockoff, we could make this blue a little bit more accurate. Oh yeah, that blue looks a little nicer. Now that I'm doing that, I'm like, should probably just make all of this white. All right, that's it. That's the final one. I don't love that little white part, the little dotted line. Like, what if it wasn't dotted? What if it's just a circle? I think that that's nicer. Okay, last minute change. It goes back to just being a circle. Okay, that's the first one. That took way longer than I thought it would, and my leg is falling asleep. Let's move on to the next one. This used to be like really tall grass, and it was so luscious and green, and I haven't been over here in a minute, and now it is all completely not green. It's just absolutely fried. Like, absolutely dead grass. So that's cool. That's really cool. Next up, we have a really simple logo. It's the MoMA logo. But the trick with this one is getting the letters to look right. Their logo is just the letters. Now, it's a sans serif font, and we know that there's a lowercase o. It stands for Museum of Modern Art, in case you didn't know. I know it's very angular. MoMA. The question is, what font is it? Something tells me that it was probably designed by someone specifically for MoMA. It's nice. It's a nice, like, solid logo. It's very, very simple. MoMA. It's in a very specific font, and I don't know what font it would be. The question, wait. No way. There's no way it would be Arial Black, right? MoMA. MoMA? That's interesting. That actually looks like it could be. No, but it's too heavy. In all of the fonts that I have, it's not in there. MoMA. I think I've had enough of looking. Let's look it up. Moment of truth. Oh. Actually, I mean, it's not that bad. It's like a lot closer than I thought. Whoa, honestly, that's pretty close. MoMA. What font is this? Oh my gosh, it's a pentagram logo. Wow. Along with the many signature artworks in its collection, the Museum of Modern Art possesses one of the most recognizable logo types of any cultural institution in the world. I knew it! The font is called MoMA Gothic. It was originally Franklin Gothic number 2. Okay, Franklin Gothic, I don't know if this is the identical one, but it's probably similar. It is on Adobe Fonts. What does Gothic mean? Sans serif or a Gothic typographical style without serif decorations, and I don't care. For the new version, what would it look like in something more decorative? MoMA. Wait, that's actually kind of fun. MoMA. See, like, this is representative of all the different kinds of things you can find in the Museum of Modern Art. It's not just like there's gonna be different things. We could even make this a bunch of different colors, actually. Dark green. Nope, none of that looks good. We're gonna get rid of that whole idea. We're just gonna have it in different colors for fun. That's so fun. After all of that, the black looks the best. Let's see it on white on black. Yeah, that looks nice. That would look nice on like a little hat. I like it. I think that they should listen to me. To recap, from memory, I basically nailed it right out of the park. And then my new version is very different, but I think it's cooler. I think it's more fun. It would look dated in about 2 years. So, okay, next up we're gonna try the MTV logo. I know there's an M, and I know there's a TV. I feel like there's like a little bit of a roundedness to it. I'm trying to remember. In my mind, it's like almost like a Nickelodeon-esque TV, like almost like a splatter sort of paint TV. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Squirrel. My drawing of it is just very simple. It's all based around just the letter M, but the M has a sort of treatment on it that looks like really blocky. And I'm pretty sure the TV, it almost looked like paint. I think that it was something like this, just the letters TV. And I'm pretty sure it's just sort of like in the corner here. Pretty sure the M has a bit of like depth to it. I think it's more of like, it looks maybe more like a TV. And maybe it's in a box, just might be a very boxy logo. Now that I have that yellow there, I feel like the box is yellow, or the M is yellow, and maybe even the TV is yellow. Honestly, I'm just gonna call it because I really am having a hard time remembering what this logo looks like. MTV logo PNG. Oh my. So mine is really bad. Oh my God, I can't even look at the original one that I made. It looks so bad. I'm a little stumped on this one, and I feel like I'm just overthinking it. Why do I like that? I like it. Kind of like that. And then the TV, I got the perfect idea for this one. My font. Okay, now that we're putting the TV in there, it looks totally off balance. So let's just get rid of everything. M, bold. I don't think we need to add the music television underneath, but let's try it anyway. Honestly, I like that a lot. Going into it, was a little nervous, didn't know what was gonna happen, but when in doubt, go with the font that nobody else has. If you're unfamiliar with this font that I just used, go watch my last video. This is the bold version of a sort of my handwriting font, and it's not perfect, but it kind of looks cool. What's next? Pirelli tires. These tires are on the wheels of all kinds of cars. Pretty sure that Formula One cars have Pirelli tires on them. But what I like about this logo is the big P. Is it that big? I don't know. I feel like stuff in auto sports and racing, like the designs are so good. And then underneath the P is the letters. I think that they're kind of wide and spaced out. This one I really don't remember. I'm just gonna go right to micro gamma. I feel like it's similar to this font. But here's the thing. The P like stretches. I mean, we could just hack it together. We're pretty, like I think that that's pretty close. For fun, let's just see what it would look like if, I like that. That's not what we're here to do. Like, do we think it's sort of like, just like that? Something feels off. I feel like I got the P a little too long. And honestly, I think that the P is a little bit more rounded. I feel like there's an element of just a red line. Oh, okay. I was close, but not really. But that P looks way sicker than I remember it looking. That is a nice logo. I love that logo. Honestly, I think that this logo is so good. I feel like I don't even need to change it, but that's what we're here to do. So how do we do that? I guess we'll get a P in here. I think that what this logo is lacking is a reference to like speed. I mean, I'm kind of liking where we're at here. Okay, I kind of like a little slant on there. And now what do we do with the P? Wait a second. What does the O look like? Yeah, it's just gonna be a long O. That's actually pretty nice. I kind of like this a lot. Okay, here's the thing. The Pirelli logo looks good and it's cool on a tire because it's so long, it wraps around the tire. But on a hat, it might look too wide. So this new logo would look really good on a hat because it's sort of square. So that's my Pirelli logo. I really don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but we've come a long way from the beginning. Next up, Ikea. If I get this one wrong, I'm never gonna make a video like this ever again. I'm pretty sure that the text is blue and the box is blue and the oval is yellow. It could be reversed. It could be that the text is yellow and the oval is blue and the box is yellow. I do wonder what font that is. And is it a font or is that just a logo? Wait, why does it look just sort of like a squashed hello? Wait, that looks like pretty close. Okay, well, okay, like maybe. Yeah, I mean, sure. Okay, let's go. Let's just roll with that. You think you know a logo and then you try to recreate it. All right, that looks pretty close. And I'm pretty sure I got the colors right. Just in case, we're gonna make two versions. Is that cheating? I make the rules. Okay, looking at them both now, I think that the bottom one is correct. I think that the text is supposed to be blue, but I was so confident with the yellow text. But no, the bottom one is the correct one. I'm locking it in. Also, Ikea updated their logo recently and it's all white. Let's just do one of those for fun. This bottom one, it's gotta be. It's gonna be so bad if I got that wrong. But let's look up the logo. Ikea logo PNG. Okay, phew, we got it right. We got it right. Ikea. Now, I know that the blue is off, okay? But I like this is like my color palette that I just like to use for things. So we know that the blue is off. I could have made the blue more Ikea blue, but we were pretty close. And now we're going to make a new Ikea logo. What is Ikea? They have everything. Here's what we're gonna do. Ikea is all about the building blocks. So what we're gonna do is, I don't love it. Here's an idea that just came into my head out of nowhere. Oh, we could make it look like a room. Whoa, now it looks really bad. Are we going the wrong direction? Oh my gosh. What does the end of an Allen wrench look like? It's a hexagon. Even though this is going on for way too long, I just want to try something else. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna say that the other one was a proof of concept. This one is the better version. What if this was blue and these were yellow? Oh my gosh, it literally looks like the building. It looks like the building. It went from being a room to a building. Isn't that beautiful? That's what we wanted. Okay, so we started and I was pretty close with the memory logo, I'm glad I got the colors like at least somewhat correct. And then it took a while to come up with this new design. But the final one I think is okay. I think it's not bad. Let's move on to our final logo. Okay, last up is Casio. Now, I'm pretty sure Casio is just this font Micro Gamma that is an incredibly popular font, but let's just sort of draw out Casio. I like this font because of how wide it is, and you can really fill up the space with it. Casio. I'm just gonna like roll with this being the logo. Casio logo. Okay, so here I've dropped in the real logo. On first glance, it looks almost identical. Just to make it easier, I'm gonna make my version red. But if you look at it, it's actually, wait, yeah, like it's not wow, it's so similar. But it's a little squished. It's like a little squished inside of itself a little bit. The S is not as long. Like it's manipulated. They changed it a bit. Also the A in the real logo has a nice little curve to it. In the font, it's just like here. The question is, what would this logo become? It's a nice logo because it's small and narrow. So what if we just did something that was small and narrow? But what if we took some inspiration from our friend Pirelli tire? I mean, like, I don't like it, but it's achieving a similar thing in like its general shape, and it could look good scaled up and go small. It does sort of just look like it says Casio. I see that. I do recognize that. All right, let's call it. This is probably my least favorite of the bunch. Let's look at everything all together. Let me know which one's your favorite. They all have a vibe in their own way. This would look better on a hat. This MTV logo is paying homage to the original one. This MoMA logo, I just think it's fun. And then this NASA, I like it, okay? I think that, I mean, you can't, okay, this meatball logo is iconic and there's no replacing it, but it's sort of fun. And I also really like this sort of edge on the end of the red thing. I know that white line could have been better. I wonder if I should use like a 0. That actually would have been, should we try that real quick? I don't know. All right, we're calling it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not a professional designer, but I like to play around with Photoshop and designs. Let me know which one you like the most. I liked all of them. Casio one is questionable, but thank you so much for everyone who liked the last video. It's cool that people like it. And I'll see you guys next time.